I think that Harmony could be such a big narrative during this bull run, and as a result of that, its native token called One going to the price of $1, that right there wouldn't surprise me whatsoever, again, during this bull run. Even though that's not financial advice, but the way you take a look at it is that oftentimes people don't really consider Harmony as a premier project because they say it's not the most exciting, the most exhilarating, or the most, thrilling, or whatever the case may be. But the way I view it is that there's beauty in simplicity. Harmony is a project that's very easy to understand. It's very simple, but the use case is rock solid. And let me explain what I mean by this, because after all, Harmony is an open blockchain network. And it's even been stated that its mainnet can run Ethereum applications while at the same time maintaining lower fees and having faster transaction speeds. So when you think about this is actually very fantastic because if you take a look at Ethereum is massive, but it has drawbacks. For instance, sky-high gas fees and arguable scalability issues. But then Harmony, it doesn't have those problems. So the fact that, again, its mainnet can run Ethereum applications, this right here is a total game changer in my opinion. Now, it's not the only one that's kind of focused on this type of stuff, but still, I think it's very impressive nonetheless. And it showcases how Harmony is this fantastic project. I think it's only natural that now with the Ethereum ETF, also with the attention and hype for Ethereum, I think that Harmony is going to go along with the ride as Ethereum does move on forward. Not to mention, though, we have to take a look at the Harmony platform also offers cross-chain bridges, which allows users to transfer crypto assets across multiple blockchains, which includes the BNB Smart Chain, Ethereum, of course, Bitcoin, and much more. So yeah, that's very impressive. Now, again, people may be wondering, okay, what is the special added sauce, so to speak, when it comes to Harmony? What makes it so special? And in my opinion, that's something called sharding technology. Now, why is this so fantastic? It's because through sharding, the network is split into multiple sections known as shards, and then workload on the network is distributed amongst these different shards. And as a result of that, of course, Harmony becomes very scalable and just very fantastic overall. So again, this kind of combats the nonsense of Ethereum in a sense. And this is the beauty about, again, Harmony being able to run Ethereum applications, at least its mainnet. This is how wonderful it is. And something that's very interesting actually when it comes to Harmony, in my opinion, is that it has a very unconventional approach to something that is traditionally very conventional. Now, what do I mean by this? For instance, we take a look at how Harmony uses a consensus mechanism called ePOS. Now, ePOS stands for Effective Proof of Stake. Now, you may be thinking, okay, isn't this very similar to proof of stake? Like, for instance, the POS model, proof of stake model, right? And the answer would be yes, but then again, it has an unconventional approach to something like this. Because, for instance, while most POS systems actually rewards validators for staking more tokens, Harmony's ePOS, on the other hand, they actually penalize validators who stake too much on a single node, which again, at first glance, may seem a little bit counterintuitive because people are like, okay, why would they do that? That seems like a little bit of a bad idea. But then this is actually genius because if you think about it, this does increase decentralization. Now, why is decentralization so fantastic? It's because if things are too centralized, logically speaking, it's going to be easier to attack, to hack, to just get breached. Just think about this. Let's say someone is hiding their treasure chest. Let's say it's just a make-believe scenario. They're hiding it only in one location. Would it be harder to, let's say, gain access to all of this person's treasure chest if it was in one location, or if, let's say, it was divided into 50 different locations? Of course, it's going to be easier to get all the treasure if it's only in this one location, because if they find it, then it's game over. You know what I mean? But if, let's say, it's like 50 different, let's say they breach one, they breach two, there's still over 40 yet to be found. You know what I mean? So when it comes to ePOS, again, hypothetically increasing decentralization or incentivizing it, this is genius because, of course, as a project becomes more popular, as it gains more attention, usually a lot of people, they want to, in some cases, try to breach this project for whatever reason. So this is why when I take a look at Harmony, it's so amazing. Increasing decentralization is always just a much better idea. At least that's the way I view it. It's quite essentially like diversifying. If I were to put an analogy on it, it's like, for instance, instead of acquiring a property that's worth like $10 million, it's like acquiring 10 different properties that are worth like $1 million each, much less risk. At least that's the way I take a look at it. And that's why I love Harmony's ePOS so much. In my opinion, Harmony is a very fantastic project. It's very easy to understand. a lot of people that I know, after looking at Harmony for about 10 minutes, 15 minutes, they already know pretty much all the general aspects of Harmony and pretty much like 98% of what's going on. And this is what I like about Harmony. They don't try to overcomplicate things. Many projects out there, they try to add all these random knickknacks, all this type of stuff. It's like, for instance, we see a regular run-of-the-mill project, and then let's say they're like a DeFi project, right? And then they try to explain their project in a bunch of random, complicated ways. I think that's super unnecessary. Like, for what? Then it's becoming something that's very difficult to understand. People just get kind of like, sort of in a sense, turned off by the project, right? Because they're like, oh, what is this? They just overall become very uninterested in the project. But again, Harmony, they understand, hey, we should make things simple, very easy to understand, but then at the same time, fundamentals are rock solid. So the way to take a look at it is that Harmony is pretty much one of the best projects out there. Now, its native token called One. I've been saying how this whole time, it's only logical, right? If the name is One, and then let's say we're to go to the price of $1. Now, this is just a hypothetical scenario. Of course, I don't have a magic crystal ball. I can't tell the future, but I can only speculate and evaluate how this actually doesn't seem that unrealistic. Because if One were to go to the price of $1, considering current circulating supply, market cap would be around $14.5 billion. That is around a 32x from here. So it's not the best upside, but it's still pretty good, hypothetically, considering how One is in a micro cap. And this market cap, by the way, around $14.5 billion. That's not even 50% of Shiba Inu's all-time high market cap. This is around $70 billion less than Dogecoin's all-time high market cap. I don't think it's insane. You got to consider how, even according to Charles Hoskinson, who is the founder of Cardano, but also he's actually the co-founder of Ethereum, according to Charles, based on a video that he was a part of back in November, he said that in the next 1 to 2 years, he could very well see Bitcoin reaching anywhere between $250,000, so that's $250,000, all the way up to $500,000. So that's kind of insane. If Bitcoin just reaches $250,000, One at the price of $1 may seem a little bit bearish, in my opinion, but it's only a time will tell type of scenario. I'm going to still stay patient, dollar cost average, anytime an income, acquire, hold, and I just wait because I think better days are ahead. And I think this year, 2025, things could truly shine in such a fantastic way, but it's just a matter of time. I've waited this long anyways. I started acquiring One in the beginning of 2023, so it's actually been pretty much 2 years at this point, almost, right? But then, still, even despite that, I haven't given up. I still believe in One, and I think better days are ahead. And again, at the price of $1, I just don't see why not. You have over 600 million crypto owners as of right now, according to Crypto.com research, more than ever before in history. I think this board could be so special. Bitcoin is currently struggling to maintain $100,000. I think there's better days ahead. And again, $1 for One wouldn't surprise me whatsoever. And make sure to subscribe if you gained value from this video. I'd greatly appreciate it. It's been Lee the Captain, and I'll catch y'all on the next one. I'm out. Peace. Bye.